Hey everyone, what is going on? My name is Live, and welcome back to the channel for a very brief Payday 2 news bulletin. I want to read over their brand new post that announces fixes coming for Payday 2's matchmaking following the rather rough launch of Update 237 last Thursday, and also a delay of the Crude Awakening heist to allow for them to have time to make these fixes. So let's read through the post very briefly. They open by saying they're very grateful for the feedback following Update 237 and all the mess that ensued from it, and noted that we did everything we could think of to make the process as unnoticeable as possible, but didn't reach all the way. We tested everything we could think of and really did put hours in trying to figure out how to best implement the update without any negative side effects, but they missed the mark in a few key areas. Matchmaking is facing a combination of problems that we are trying to fix. It's difficult to tackle them all at once, so they're going to need to iterate to get this right, meaning there'll be some smaller updates one by one fixing the issues. So they'll need constant feedback to make sure these things are working, and they will try and fix it for every single person, but it is a complex issue, so they're not ready to commit to any date for when the fix will be in place. So it's just going to be as soon as they can get it fixed, basically, but they've acknowledged they're doing it, which is a good step in the right direction. There's also been some complaints regarding data sharing, about who gets your data, where it's going, so they want to reassure that nothing nefarious is happening. The only data that is getting sent to the matchmaking service, that being Epic Online Services, is your public Steam ID. And that's it. They're saying no other company, not specifically mentioned in our terms of service, gets access to your data in any way if you play via Steam. There's no data beyond your public Steam ID being sent outside of the Steam environment. And in fact, one of the reasons matchmaking isn't functioning as you're used to is that we don't even share basic location information. Going forward, we'll be including what country you're matchmaking from in order to ensure a better matchmaking ping for everyone. Not sure why I said ensure in that way. But there you go. So, might also explain why there's currently some issues with people finding close to far matches, and that was one of the issues of matchmaking, not being able to matchmake with people closer to you for better ping. So that seems to explain what could be causing the issue there. But they also address Linux. Linux is a complicated beast, and to get the game working on both native Linux and at the same time updating the older version of the Diesel engine that Payday 2 for Linux was using proved unfeasible. This is one of the things we spent the most time trying to solve, yet didn't reach our goals in the end. Linux players can still access the game using Proton, and we'll keep testing new updates with Proton to make sure it keeps working for the upcoming patches and releases. From what I'm aware of, people can clarify this in the comments, I believe you can matchmake with other Proton people, but not general Windows users. That's the vibe I'm getting. So there's a little bit there for Linux they can do, but I mean, they're blaming it on Diesel. So Linux users, welcome to the console club. Unfortunately, Diesel has claimed yet one more platform before Payday 2 steps into the grave fully when Payday 3 launches. So bit of a rough one, a very, very rough one, and I still feel bad for the Linux players because it's just a mess. It's a real mess. And I personally, my own opinion, I still wonder why they even bothered making these matchmaking changes. I'm of a mind personally that if they were going to do this, they should have just done this a lot sooner, because with it being so close to Payday 3's launch, I wouldn't have bothered at this point, but that's just me personally. Although, I didn't say this in the last video, but I want to acknowledge it, this could be something that publishers told Starbreeze to do. I'm not trying to get Starbreeze out or excuse them for it, I'm just saying generally because of them publishing Payday 3 on all these platforms and having crossplay, maybe play on told Starbreeze to get it working ahead of time and then make it a free game in Epic. So we don't really know what's going on in the background here. So anyway, all that being said, just to finish off, the Crude Awakening heist delay is going to be delayed from the June the 20th to June the 27th. A 1 week delay just to give them a bit more time to implement a few of the matchmaking fixes, which makes sense. You don't want a heist launching, and furthermore, what could be the last heist of Payday 2, depending on how it finishes off support. You don't want that launching in the middle of a matchmaking mess. So there you go, fair enough. I kind of expected that. I think a lot of us expected that. But there's your update there. So there you go. That's a very brief update on the situation. I'm going to get this video straight up and see what you guys think. What do you think about the statement? Are you happy that Overkill have finally clarified it? I am very happy they've addressed it at the very least, because the longer they left it, the worse it was going to get. But obviously, we won't be completely happy until we see these fixes. At least we know we're working on them, but it's just going to be a matter of when they come into play. So if I have any notable things to make regarding Payday 2's updates before the release of the Crude Awakening heist on the 27th, I will report them. But if there's only small matchmaking fixes going on, I'll just let those come and go, and I'll talk about it in more detail when the heist comes out. So just stay tuned. If I hear anything big, I will make a video on it, basically, is the general gist. But there you go. I'll leave the video here. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I'll see you all very soon with a brand new Payday 3 video. Probably going to be coming out on Friday. Haven't decided if it's the consoles one or the stealth one yet. One or the other. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.